I highly recommend making sure that you build that professional learning network around you because it is so helpful to have all those other perspectives. Thank you, everyone. So today, what I wanted to talk to you about was building your professional learning network and how important that is. And I think this year illustrated that more than ever in this time of pandemic and with COVID and having to do so many things differently. Anglo-American School of Moscow is part of the CISA region, the Central and East European Schools Association. And in the past, there has always been a listserv of secondary principals. If you wanted to email out to people just to see how they were doing things. We've used that for the last several years. But this year in the fall, one of the principals reached out and said, would people want to meet and gather together to talk about how they were dealing with things at their school, whether it was distance learning, hybrid learning, blended learning, on-campus learning, and what they were doing to support their teachers. And it ended up becoming a standing meeting every 2 weeks. And whoever could actually gather, it was on a Thursday evening, so it was after work time. So for some people, there's somebody in Uzbekistan, so it was at 10 o'clock her time. For me, it was about 7 o'clock. And so we were able to just talk about things that were going on, get people's perspectives. For some of them, because they're in very small schools and maybe the only international school in their city, that was an opportunity for them to reach out and talk to people. Sometimes you'll find that leadership can be a little bit lonely, and being able to talk to people who are going through the exact same thing that you're going through is really important. And so that became really nice to be able to check in with people throughout the year as to how things were going on. That's not the only place you can build your professional learning network. Right now, you are in this fabulous example of being able to meet leaders from all over the world. And you are going to start connecting with people that you realize you have a lot in common, or your schools might be similar. And so making sure that you continue to reach out to those people. I know I'm still in touch with people that I've been in PTC courses with years ago. And so keeping that up. I'm also, as a woman in leadership, I've joined the Women in Leadership cohort through Edura Learning this year, and they've done some asynchronous work, and now they're doing a semi-synchronous cohort. We've had one meeting so far. We're doing readings and postings and talking about women in leadership. So if there's a particular area that you are interested in, and particularly if you're a woman in leadership, I highly recommend getting involved in this. There are lots of other areas that are doing that as well. I know Carney Sando has something. I think ECIS has done something. So look out for that. And then, of course, Twitter is another opportunity for you to be connecting with people and finding people that are doing things that are similar to you, but also things that you aspire to. And sometimes it just starts with following teachers or leaders that you know, and then finding out who they follow. And that's a really great way to gather information and to kind of get some different perspectives in your world. So I highly recommend making sure that you build that professional learning network around you because it is so helpful to have all those other perspectives as you go through your work.